up, ghouls and ghouls? It's our Halloween special today. Okay, a few days after Halloween, but hey, who says no to a good old HOPA game with a Halloween theme? Today we're featuring Hallowed Legends Samhain, released in April 2011 by Elephant Games and published through Big Fish Games. The player plays an unnamed female character who received a phone call from her ex-fiancé, a reporter called Robert, who told her that he's on his way to Cornwall for the annual Celtic festival for an investigative assignment. Instead of telling him to go himself for the breakdown of their engagement, our heroine decided to follow him there after he unceremoniously ended his phone call with a scream. Perhaps she's expecting to find him waiting there with a nice surprise. Or another round of fight to remind her on why they broke up in the first place. Who knows, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? And it was a surprise indeed, because all of a sudden, she finds people who are frozen, with some ending up dead, and a big hairy monstrous being with a well-toned body is out and about. A big hairy being? I'm sure there's a niche market for that. Like its contemporaries at that time, this game has only two modes, casual and expert. Visually, Hallowed Legends Samhain differs from other hidden object games, at least in small ways, with the changes in its interface. In a box at the top of the screen, you'll see what objectives that you need to accomplish. Rather than having the hint button on its usual location at the right side and the inventory centered, the hint button is located in the center and sets the inventory and journal to the left and right of it. In general, the game moves the story along in much the same way as other hidden object games, alternating puzzles with hidden object sequences, but here and there gives things their own unique spin. For one thing, checking the journal isn't just to refresh your memory regarding things you've already seen. If you don't check it, you'll actually be missing important and interesting story points. For another, some of the puzzles in the latter half of the game are cool and original and move in a fresh new direction compared to those in other similar games. Along with the puzzle solving, which is often extremely challenging, hidden object sessions and adventure gameplay, this game features 19 achievements which you can gain from your performance. These achievements include finding all the hidden objects within a scene in less than 3 minutes or without resorting to asking for a hint. Other achievements deal with completing a minigame puzzle in a specified time limit, finishing the game's tutorial, and reaching the end of the game. Each achievement that you gain will be awarded automatically with a message being flashed on scene. And at the end of the game, you can check out which achievement that you've completed from the main menu. Oh, what happened? What? One thing that many HOPA fans, especially those who are used to the current ones, will notice is the lack of map, which gives the game a certain level of difficulty, especially when you've uncovered a lot of scenes and rooms. Again, this echoes the question that I've raised before of whether we're now being too mollycoddled by modern HOPA games. Another issue is the lack of voice acting, which could have enhanced the game's interesting story plot. And it also seems that no matter what bizarre, unearthly thing happens, our heroine moves forward without batting an eyelash, which means either she's an unusually brave and practical girl, or she's crazy as f***. The hidden object searches are all well integrated into the game, and for the most part, the objects you're searching for make sense in context, like looking for tech gear in a TV production team van, and worn boots and a discarded compass in an old pond. You won't visit the same hidden object scene twice, which is nice, and the developers have sprinkled in the odd change of pace, like requiring you to slide the objects around to find others buried beneath, or apply inventory you found elsewhere for objects that are out of reach. Inventory puzzles in the main environments are logical, and you'll eventually discover a method to the madness behind hiding things like keys, lighters, and other items that you'll need to progress through the game. Regarding the mini puzzles, I have to warn those who hate math subjects in school that this might become the sore point of your gameplay. Yeah, I can definitely confirm that as true based on my personal experience. Lastly, one small pet peeve about the game's mechanics. Once or twice the game presents you with some serious red herrings, locations that keep twinkling although you're totally done with them. So, unless you check the strategy guide and confirm these areas are clear, you could very well waste a lot of time revisiting those places again and again, thinking you must have missed something. The collector's edition contains the extra content such as the soundtrack, wallpapers, screensavers, and the bonus gameplay. The bonus gameplay contains the prequel story where one plays Robert on his way to the Celtic festival after receiving a tip that something dodgy is in the works behind the scenes. Just like the main game, the bonus prequel game is very engaging and worth a merit of its own, so I'd recommend getting the collector's edition if you can. Having the game's title of Hallowed Legends, Samhain, one cannot help but initially think that this game is full of Halloween spooks. It's still got spooky elements, although the core story leans more into science fiction, as it is about finding the link between the secret experiments conducted by corporate machinations and demons in the Celtic mythology. Despite of its faults in terms of the gameplay and plot story, I think that this fairly lengthy casual adventure game is still worthwhile, providing a great variety of gameplay set against a bounty of handsome settings and places to explore. So that wraps up our Throwback Thursday gaming. Now, once again, this is the HOPA Gamer. And thank you for watching. So be sure to be on the lookout when we feature the